This is another DNU story tagged to me by Black Phoenix, and unlike the previous DNU one that happened, I don't have to question if this one is sketchy or not, or if it's a double-edged sword. I already don't feel anything for this dumbass right here on your screen, because what he did, it's headed into the French actor territory, and y'all know what I mean when I say that. So this person's name is Isaih Martin, and he is a senior at Texas A&M. And he claimed that he found racist notes on his car that had the N-word on it in All Lives Matter and You Don't Belong Here and everything like that. Well, it turns out that all those signs that I just mentioned that he claimed to have found, he actually made them up himself and put it on his car. How is that helping our cause? Whatsoever. We deal with racism every single day for real, and it's hard enough to get people to actually believe us, or you have them question it, and then you go and you pull something like this. Why? You don't like, that's the thing that I don't get about some black people like this person. You don't have to go out of your way to stage a racist quote unquote attack on yourself when racism is happening all the time. All that's going to do is give ammo to these palm colored freaks out here to say and do whatever they want, even more, even though they're going to do it regardless. I'm not even going to look at the comment section under this article because I already know what it's going to look like. But I'm going to read the article and see what they're saying. A student at Texas A&M University who claimed he found racist notes left on his car was accused by campus cops of leaving them there himself. A&M senior Isaih Martin, age 21, posted an image on Twitter of the notes he found on his car parked outside a campus apartment building in June, saying All Lives Matter, You Don't Belong Here, and the N-word. The alleged discovery later prompted an investigation and a $1,200 reward offered for information leading to the arrest of a suspect. Campus cops, however, dropped the probe after they reviewed surveillance video and claimed that Martin may have placed the notes on the vehicle himself. Martin insists the investigators are wrong and says he did not place the notes on his own car. A police report notes that there was no camera nearby that shows directly what happened, only surveillance video of the student when he first parked his car on George Bush Drive, June 24th at about 11 a.m. and returns about 90 minutes later. A couple of people walked near the car while he was away, but each was next to the vehicle for a few seconds, the report said. Upon returning to the car, according to the report, a couple of people walked near the car while he was away, but each was next to the vehicle for a few seconds. Upon returning to the car, according to the report, Martin immediately walks to the passenger side, but does not open any doors. He is then spotted in front of the car, and a brief white speck is spotted from about mid-torso, moving toward his vehicle. Another white speck is seen near his chest area, the report continued. Martin is then seen stepping back and walking onto the sidewalk in front of his vehicle, most likely taking photos and videos. Basically, they're saying the white speck are the pieces of paper that he put on the windshield. And then he steps back and he takes the picture. The report concludes that with Martin returning to the passenger side for a few moments before walking around the vehicle, getting in and driving away. His total time spent at the car was 1 minute and 15 seconds. Cops claim that it was difficult to distinguish any characteristics of the suspect in the video, but based on video evidence, no other person had enough time to place the messages on Martin's car other than himself. The incident comes as I don't have to read that part because it's going back into the protesting parts and everything like that. Let me see if there's anything down here. They said Texas A&M President Michael K. Young the same day released a statement offering a $1,200 reward. They said, I'm utterly disappointed, said Martin on Thursday after campus cops dropped the case, challenging a report of their conclusions. There are several things they did not include in this report, Martin said. However, the student said he is no longer speaking to authorities and he has consulted an attorney. He posted on social media his reasons for no longer communicating with the police. I'm in a predicament where the topic of the case was let's find out who did this to them, pointing the finger at me, wrote Martin in a protected message on Twitter that only authorized users and can be read by permission and which was obtained by KPTX. In the end, I stopped talking to them because it seemed they were more interested in me getting the blame for this hate crime instead of finding the actual person who did it. I have absolutely no words left for this. I don't know what in the world this guy was thinking. Like, come on, no wonder. And then when he says at the end that he no longer is working or cooperating with the police and everything like that, that's basically a telltale sign that he's guilty of his own sabotaging. That's sort of like what happened with Christian Cooper when he says he doesn't want to cooperate with that Amy Cooper chick. Well, it's not really the same, but you get what I mean. When someone usually says they don't want to cooperate, that means something came over them or they are guilty of something. In this case, this guy is guilty of doing his own sabotage, and I don't know why he would do that. When if erasers wanted to do what they did, they would have done it. And I highly doubt that they probably would have left it in the form of notes like they did. I mean, you never know. If they really wanted to, they probably would have spray painted his car or maybe bashed the window. I'm not sure. But he went above and beyond. Like, did they really not think he probably thought he wasn't going to get caught, but them cameras don't lie. And they clearly saw them or saw him on the cameras. And they were able to break it all the way down. Yeah, he's definitely worthy of ending up on the DNU list.